Good afternoon, everyone. How are you all doing? So we're going to go ahead and first introduce ourselves. I'm Mrs. Anderson. I'm going to be you guys' social worker. We can go ahead and introduce ourselves. I know you guys are a family, so you all know each other, but I want to get a little bit more familiar with who everyone is. Okay, so we'll start here.
I'm Arthur.
Okay. And how old are you, Arthur?
16.
Okay.
I'm Dad.
Okay.
Sam.
Yes, okay. And
Hi, I'm Julia.
Julia, Mom. Okay, nice to meet you, Mom. And you are?
Francesca, and I just turned 15 and a half.
Okay, so we have 16 and
Louder?
so,
I'm 15 and a half.
okay, so, could you guys start by telling me why you all think we are here today? As you know, Mom has decided that it was a good idea to bring everyone in, but I just want to kind of get a feel of why you guys feel that you are here today. So we'll start with you, brother.
I think we're here because there have been some problems and some issues in the household of me stealing and being on drugs. And it seemed like my sister hates me, but I want a relationship with them.
She doesn't hate you. She doesn't hate you.
Okay. So, let me maybe clarify my expectations so that we can make sure everything flows smoothly. So we're going to, as you guys have seen, we're going to take turns and move throughout everyone, make sure everyone has their time to share. You know, we want to take our time and listen to everyone before we do respond. And I'm actually going to, just so I can keep track of everything, I'm going to write these things down that you guys are telling me. It's going to be confidential with some rules, you know, as long as you guys aren't expressing any desire to harm yourselves, anyone else, you know, that type of thing. It's going to be kept confidential between all of us here today. Okay, so nothing leaves this room unless someone is going to bring harm. Okay, so again, we're going to start with you, and let's just make sure that during this part we kind of go one by one and make sure everyone gets their turn to speak.
Don't interrupt. I just wanted him to know that you don't hate him. Like, I don't like when they talk like that.
I need to speak for myself.
Hey.
That's
Bring it in.
understandable. We understand how
Bring
we
it in.
feel.
Bring it
We
in.
just want to make sure, you know, everything goes smoothly. So,
Well, I'm in school. I attend school every day. I don't see where there's a problem with smoking weed. My sister thinks it's a big issue. She thinks that I'm doing more than just that. I may have done a little X-pill here and there, but I don't see where there's an issue. I'm in control of myself. I mean, as long as I'm attending school and I'm doing the right thing, I mean, this is me.
That's not all it is. That's not all it is. You don't know what these drugs can do to you. I don't even know why you even have an interest in them. How you even got introduced to them.
Hey.
okay, right. Okay, so what I'm understanding here is that, you know, you're using possibly illegal substances. Is that something, you know, that brings you any type of comfort, or what's the reason that you think that you are using
That
these drugs?
comfort, it was done years ago in Woodstock. Most of them are politicians nowadays. What the heck?
Okay. And Father, how do you feel about your son's use of these drugs?
You know he shouldn't be doing it. And talked to him about it before, so he knows he shouldn't be doing drugs. And what's the wrong with doing drugs? It mess your brain up, son. What you think?
Alcohol does too, it's legal.
Okay, and you 16 years old, you shouldn't be drinking or doing drugs.
Mom, you look like you might have had something to add.
Because his father did drug, not anymore, but that was something that he was into. So I feel sometimes, although he's saying the right things, don't do it, but you can't tell him that.
Yeah, I can't tell him what I want to. It's my son. Tell him what I want to. You don't
My
gotta do what I
sister
do.
hates me. My sister
And-
hates
and-
me.
and
Everything that I do.
Well, let's clarify how your sister actually feels about you. How do you feel about, not necessarily just what we've already discussed, but how do you feel about your brother overall, your relationship?
Obviously, like, I don't hate you. I just think it's stupid. I just think that, like, you're the reason why mom and dad fight every night. You're the reason why.
That's not
Just to
true.
get your butt in line.
He is not the reason why we are arguing all the time.
And you lie. Like, you told me you're only smoking pot when I found that bottle under your bed. Like, you lie to me all the time.
You got alcohol in my house, boy?
No, it was a bottle of pills. Like, remember? In October? It was
Dad,
aspirin.
I was accused of stealing. She accused me of stealing. Mom goes along with her. I had my own money.
So it looks like we have a few underlying problems going on within the family. It looks like we've got.
You think?
Well, it looks like we could use a bit more trust and just try to establish a stronger bond between each other, because to me it seems like we have a lot of tension going on that maybe hasn't been talked about, hasn't been discussed yet. So
I can text my sister. I mean, I love my sister.
You're
I want
never
to be in
even
a
home.
relationship with you.
And you see,
It doesn't matter.
you see
That's
all
how I
this
feel. I'm
tension,
telling you.
That's every day. It's every day, and I'm just tired of it. I want our family to be a nice, quiet family who sits at home and actually enjoys each other's company, not when he's high and screaming that my sister hates me and she's.
Mom, most of the time you're not giving me, you're not coming to me, you're not talking to me. You go by what sister says.
How
And
can
you come at me with strong convictions.
Yeah, but she
give you a chance
coming
to
in,
talk.
she's telling you right and you're not listening. She says, don't go out and do this, you do it. Don't do this, you do it. Don't do drugs, you do it. So the trust has to come from you doing what you're told to do. So then we can trust you.
So what do you guys think is something that that maybe keeps you all together as a family? What's that one thing that you guys really all enjoy about each other?
Well, it doesn't happen as often as it used to, or as often as I would like to anymore, but we really used to have Sunday dinners together. And I enjoyed that. But as the kids got older, they started to get.
I have soccer on Sundays. Like, it's not something I can.
So things begin to.
Things just began to slowly dissipate. People got certain interests. Some weren't just as innocent as sports, but it just all started to fall apart.
Okay.
Perhaps if you cook my favorite dish, I would be there.
It ain't all about you. It ain't all about you.
Well, what is your favorite dish?
Mac and cheese.
I hate mac and cheese. You
haven't
know
had
that. You
But
seriously?
everything
You
in your
always
favor.
wanna have it.
If you're
I
not at
hate
soccer
it.
game,
All right.
Okay. So I see here that we have a bit of a difference in our likings. I see you like the mac and cheese.
I mean, I don't get high and eat mac and cheese every day. Like,
well, what is it
it
that you
tastes better
enjoy?
after I get
Man,
high.
look,
What is it
first
that
of all,
you
boy, I don't wanna hear
enjoy?
that.
I'm sorry. Did I miss something? Did you
I don't
guys-
want to hear him say I like to eat mac and cheese and smoke weed. You don't want to hear that?
Okay.
Somebody get knocked out this chair.
Okay, no. See, violence is something that we are working on.
You stay close.
Something we are working on with him. So I also don't like when he talks threatening to the kids like that, specifically our son.
Is that something that you guys would like to expand on? Would you guys feel comfortable talking about that?
It's something that we've put in the past. We've moved forward from it. It's in our past.
you've moved forward. You've moved forward.
As a family, we are moving forward.
We're moving
Together.
forward together.
And what type of steps are you guys taking?
One foot in front of the other, one step at a time, just like this. You see how I'm doing this?
Yeah.
That's what we're doing.
So what is it in the past that has triggered? I noticed when I mentioned it, you guys kind of tensed up a bit. So what is it in the past that you guys are referring to?
Dad hit mom. Like, we all
Look,
know it. Let's just talk.
It was a mistake. It was a mistake.
It was
Just
one
got
time.
had a little something too much to drink. She said
We
something.
were
she
in the
shouldn't
living
say.
room. Like, we heard everything. We seriously saw everything.
Okay. So do you guys think that, you know, this may be something that could be affecting your children, being that they witnessed it?
It happened 5 years ago. It ain't nothing to affect him. He was 11. He shouldn't even remember.
Can I say something, Dad?
There ain't nothing really much you gotta say.
No,
but
no,
go ahead.
That's the problem.
That's
Well,
He
I
doesn't
can't never
understand.
say anything.
no. We're gonna let's listen, guys.
I think this is an environment where we should all be comfortable and willing to, you know, accept how each other feels. So, you know, if there's something that you'd like to share, as long as, you know, we're not offending anyone, you know, I think that's something that maybe, Dad, you could tolerate.
Does it look like I'm tolerating something?
And
So-
we're moving forward.
So
it's something we can work on.
If y'all want to talk about it, talk about it.
Okay. Now, we just want to make sure that this is not to step on your toes. We are here to solve our problems. We are here to get it out, talk about it, you know, and really just work together as a team. Because we have to remember, as the family unit, it's not you versus you versus you. It's all of you guys versus the problem. So what we're here to do is help you guys. So, you know, I don't want to cause any harm by, you know, asking your son, but I do think that it's important for him to share what it is that is bothering him.
And I care. I want to hear what you're saying.
So what is it that you were going to share with us?
It gets to this point to where that's the reason why we're here, because I never get a chance to say to express and how I'm feeling inside. Yes, I did witness. We both. And it was some alcohol and stuff. I thought it was the norm. So I began to drink a little, but then of course I went into peer pressure, smoking marijuana. I'm not really proud to say that, Dad, but it's just a way of life. You know, in the community, you can't help who you know. I mean, you can't help, you know, in the environment of peer pressure. And okay, perhaps I may want to seek help, but I'm just caught up in it. I attend school every day. I bring home fair and no good, well, not good grades, but fair grades. It just helps me cope.
Understandable. And you know, we all make mistakes. So, you know, I'm sure you've forgiven Dad for what has happened within the household. You know, it seems to me that you guys have a very loving and supporting family. For one, you've come in today, so it shows me that you care about the sanctity of your family and that you guys care about getting through these problems. So, you know, I applaud you guys for coming in, and I think that this is moving in the right direction. So, you know. Is there anything you'd like to say, Dad?
You have to take responsibility for you. Now, I led you, I feed you, put a roof over your head, and I clothe you. There's only 3 things I need to do. Feed you, clothe you, house you. That's it. I give you the rules in the house, you follow them or you don't. You don't, there's consequences. You follow the rules, do what you're told to do,
Okay.
and you good. No drugs, no mac and cheese and weed, none of that. I don't need it in the house. If I got to deal with it, it's gonna be furniture moving. I don't want no issues.
And I don't want all of this. I want him
No
to
issues.
I want him to feel like he's heard, and I don't want any furniture moving, and I don't want any of that. I want her to express herself and her happiness and her love. I just want everyone to just come together and just be okay. I don't want all this animosity all the time. We're past that. We've gotten through it. He's saying that's where it started, but that was 5 years ago. It can end now. He and I are past it. You can move past it as well.
So are you guys all, you know, having an understanding about how each other feels, you know, and that, you know, your mother, your sister, you guys, none of you want to see each other fail. Are we all on the same page about that here? And that we all care about each other?
Absolutely.
So he get off the drugs, get his grades together, do what he's supposed to do, we can move forward. But if you stand in the rut,
we're here to move forward
Yes.
together.
Yes. And it's understandable, you know, you have your son who is a minor, who is in school, so, you know, dad should have some say in what's going on. So you do want to keep in mind of his expectations for you, and, you know, he wants you to do your best. So maybe we need to have another type of session, or maybe get you referred to some other type of services for your problem that you have with the drugs. So maybe we could get you some help with that if that's something that you would like. But overall, I think that, you know, we could use as a unit a lot more of this open communication with each other, and really just expressing our expectations and needs from each other. Because, you know, from what I've observed, there were some things that may have never been said, you know. So maybe moving forward within our next sessions, we'll try to make sure that everyone is feeling heard and understood, and everyone's needs are being satisfied within the family. Because you guys have a very strong bond. You know, I like that you guys came in today and worked towards this goal. I think that you guys are going to be very successful together as a team. Okay. Would anybody like to add anything?
Got anything you want to say? Sissy?
I just think that it's really dumb that you just have been smoking weed and stuff, because we used to hang out, and we used to be really close.
Now
And
I think you know, next week we can really begin to talk about those things, such as, you know, your relationship with your brother. I think that's something that we really need to delve deeper into. You know, and
They're my only children. I can't have this relationship.
right.
They
Your
have to
mother
be-
wants to see you two, you know, come together. So I think that maybe you and I, or us three, could, you know, after we've had another group session all together, I think us three need to independently get together and try to work some of these things out, because I think it's going to need, you know, a bit more time and devotion, and just having you two together.
I like that. I feel like Dad, like, you just get so, like, upset. Like, I just want it to just be like,
Y'all understand, if you don't stay on the path, stay
This-
on the path,
Yes, I
where
think
you need to be,
I think you,
There's gonna be some issues.
I've seen a lot of change in you already since the beginning of the session. You know, so as I said, next week I think that we've got a lot that we can talk about. You seem to have, you know, some more things that you'd like to get off your chest. So maybe you guys can take this with you home and get all together in a room like we've done here today, and just maybe get all these things off of your chest that you may be feeling. Okay? All right.
Okay.
So I think that will conclude our session for today. It was very nice to meet you all.
Thank you so much, Dad.
Thank you.
Thank you.